Hello, I am Krishna Soni and I am explaining you the general layout of the hydroelectric power plant. So basically what is the hydroelectric power plant? Hydroelectric power plant is a setup which converts the high pressure head of the water in a reservoir to the velocity head at a jet, and that velocity is used to rotate the Pelton wheel which I have shown here and to generate the electricity. That's the basic concept. So let me explain you in detail. First, there is a stream and we have constructed this dam on the stream. Okay, now the flow is obstructed and the very high capacity reservoir is created. Let us call that reservoir as a head race. This is called as the NPL. This is a normal pool level, which is the level at which the water surface is there in normal conditions. Okay, so this water is stable and it has no velocity, therefore the pressure head at this point is very high. Now this pipe like structure, it's actually the pipe which can be made of the concrete or steel, is named as the penstock, which is used to remove the water or to supply the water to this thing called as the turbine. So let me explain you the penstock in detail. It can be made of the concrete or it can be made of the steel. So at the entrance of this penstock there is a thing called as the trash rack. In trash rack it is an opening having rectangular bars or circular bars in a parallel wise manner, so the high amount of impurities can be filtered at the entrance only. Then there is also one thing called as the air inlet that I will explain you later. Now when this water enters into penstock, its high pressure head is converted into velocity head at this point because it gains some velocity that you know. Now this is called as the nozzle. This is how that's nozzle. Now we know that as the area of the pipe decreases, the velocity increases. This thing is used in this nozzle to increase the velocity. So the jet impinges on a Pelton wheel blade. These are called as the blades or vanes with a high velocity. This thing is called as a delivery valve. Okay. Now there are two very important things. First one is, after trash rack there is an air inlet. Why this air inlet is used? Suppose there is a water in this penstock and we stop the water flow directly, as in we obstructed it. Then at this portion there is no water and the vacuum is created. The external portion applies high pressure on the penstock and the directly collapse or complete failure of the penstock may take place, which is a very dangerous thing. So when we close this valve, we have to close it gradually, and to avoid the creation of vacuum over here, we should supply some air through the component known as the air inlet. Now at this point there is another thing which I have not shown here, but it's here, named as a surge tank. When we close this valve, the water is coming from here. If we close it suddenly, the water should be accommodated somewhere, otherwise it will create the water hammering effect. Therefore the extra water is accommodated in this tank which is connected here at the delivery side, known as the surge tank. It's a cylindrical tank having the upper side open to the atmosphere. Now assume this is the total energy line, theoretical. Now when the water flows from this, the total energy line, actually total energy goes on decreasing. So this difference is created due to the frictional losses in penstock. So at this point, just before the formation of jet, assume this is the datum, the pressure head is the datum head is from here, from datum to center of the pipeline. Then this thing is pressure head, and then it's a velocity head, and it's a pressure loss due to head loss due to friction. Now when this impinges on, when the jet impinges on a blade of the any turbine, suppose we have taken here the Pelton wheel turbine, it makes it rotate, and this wheel known as a runner, let us indicate by R. This runner rotates, and which in terms rotates the shaft of the runner, and which creates the electricity. That's the different mechanism that we are not going to discuss over here. Now the water which has been used for this purpose is transferred to the another reservoir, is known as the tail race. The difference between the water surface at tail race and this normal pool level, or we can say the elevation of the surface of reservoir storage, is called as a gross head. This is a datum. So this is how I shortly explain you what is the hydroelectric power plant and how it is. So if you like it, please subscribe and post anything. If you have any queries or any suggestion, post it in comment box. So next videos are coming on the Bernoulli's principle and venturimeter. Up till then, bye bye.